Hey guys, welcome to Prince of Peace Tarot. I'm Justin, and today I'll be doing a reading for those of you with Sagittarius placements in your chart. So if you have Sagittarius anywhere within your chart, this reading could resonate. And if it does, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. Okay guys, so before I jump into your spread, let's say a prayer. Infinite Creator, Olodumare, to my higher self, my Ori, Eshu, Obatala, to the Egum Marine Lae, Holy Spirit, Spirit Guides, to my benevolent ancestors, known and unknown, Florine Williams, Norman Williams, Exius Willie, thank you for allowing me to source the most accurate reading for those with Sagittarius placements in their chart. Okay guys, let's jump into your spread. Okay, this might be a long one. I have a 5-card spread out here for you, including the top and bottom of the deck with your Orisha Tarot out here to clarify. I have Oracle cards out here as well. You guys are pulling energy from the 12th and 5th house. Zodiac signs that may be prominent for you all right now are Aries and Taurus. Yeah, we got some Aries, Taurus, Sag energy. Yeah, definitely. And Pisces energy. The planets that are strong within your spread are Neptune, Uranus, and the Sun. So because we have so much, I want to use the houses and the astrology to give an overall message for everyone, because that may resonate more than when I get into the tarot and deeper into the oracle cards. Actually, I may even use these oracle cards to help me with the astrology. So let's get into this, y'all, because it's a lot. It's a whole lot. And one of the main overall messages that I have for you all is about mirroring, okay? Because that is one of your oracle cards, is mirroring. Right now, everybody is mirroring something about you back to you. Even if they're not mirroring, they could be mirroring the opposite of who you are in order for you to see who you truly are, okay? So they're mirroring who you are, what you hide, your purpose, and your responsibility. Some people are mirroring and showing you their failings so you don't have to repeat the same things in the future. They could be telling you outright, or literally by the way you see their lives going is what is giving you information about where you're about to go in the future. You know, everybody who's coming into your life, sometimes you think logically like they're here for this, but from a spiritual lesson standpoint, their presence is something different. You know, I think some of you all may think that certain people who have come back into your life or just entered into your life for love are there for love, and they're not. They're mirroring something about either something you're hiding, who you truly are, or where you're about to go. Give me a sec. One of the biggest reasons why we got to talk about this is because there's this need to stand in purpose, okay? We do have this in the shadows energy, this dark figure holding a crown. All right, now this is going to play out in different ways, but for right now, what this is telling me is, you know, you have to be ready to accept your position and your purpose now and within this coming future. Some of you all are building up your throne or your business or establishment or just whoever it is you feel you're going to be in the future. But one of the things is like, you have to know the shadows. All right, somebody is teaching you or showing you the shadow. This also could be somebody who, when they take their crown off, they become a different person. And that could either be the person outside of you or something you need to recognize yourself. Like when the crown goes off, who am I? Okay, so like I was saying, we're looking into the shadows with this energy. And one of the reasons why we have to look into the shadows in order to step into purpose is because of the energy of Neptune in Pisces, okay? Neptune in Pisces. What this is doing, Neptune entered Pisces in 2011, all right? Neptune entered in Pisces in 2011 and will leave in 2026 and enter Aries. The reason why it's important for you to know your shadows and hold up your position is because when Neptune enters Aries, anything having to do with the self will be very confusing, all right? Like your purpose, if you're not working on your purpose now and you're gonna try to like put it off, by the time 2026 hits, you will have the hardest time trying to figure that out. And this is especially for mutable signs, okay? Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Big time. Right now, you guys, all of us that are mutable have the chance to play around with different things, try on different hats, stop and start some stuff, test it out to see if it works. Because I think Saturn is either going to do something. I don't know if it enters into Aquarius in 2023. I can't remember the alignment, but what that energy of Saturn will do is test the different things that we keep trying. You know, some of us really could just stick with what we have, you know, but because, you know, it's been slow of getting results and we've been coming up with so much opposition, whether it be from witchcraft or family or lack of support, it's hard to think the thing that we get pushed to do, if it's real, like, should we continue doing it? Why isn't it working? Da, 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 da. So this really is giving us a chance to either fight to push forward for what we believe in, play around with it, drop it, try something new, whatever the case may be. But very soon, I believe in 2023, you're going to have to, it's going to get refined. Like you won't be playing around so much. You'll know for sure because you're so in it, the direction you want to go. I think you'll be dealing with less opposition and you would have separated yourself from a lot of creative blocks, internal and external, that will be coming up. But like I was saying, this is important because who you step into in the future, past 2026, those who aren't involved in this work of figuring out where they want to go and who they should be will look to you, right? Otherwise, you're going to be like lost in the sauce with the rest of everybody else who don't know what to do. This is why y'all have had so many things coming up. This is why 12th house energy has been closing down karma and cycles. This is why we have 6 planets that were going through retrograde all at the same time, because it's real important that you step into your purpose, who you are truly supposed to be. Now, the crazy thing is, this is where I'm trying to tell you, not only will people be lost and not know what to do, they're going to be like hoodwinked. It'll be some gullibility happening. People will get taken advantage of by false spiritualists or people who are trying to come toward them in a humanitarian kind of way, because Pisces likes to take care of. So this is going to be, for those of you who are in the arts, in media, visual media, even like models and stuff, I'm picking up some stuff here too. Because, you know, a lot of models these days are taking up different causes. Like, I wish people would stop putting, what is the word that every time a plus size model or somebody, like you see it on Instagram, they say, I don't know, it's like they put a title. It's like an inclusion title or body positivity. I think that's going to end one day, where just because you see a plus size model, you see body positivity. It's going to be, that's a model. If I got the clothes on, I'm modeling. You know, it's for whoever I identify with or who identifies with me. So it's stuff like that where visuals, social media, movies, books, anything of an artistic quality or style, or businesses that it's even like the business part of that. Because some of you all may not, I'm picking up a lot of being in the background energy. All right, and I'll get into that. So some of you will be the forefront. Others of you kind of want to work behind the scenes, but that's where you should go, because you're going to be, if that is for you, go there, because that's where you'll be a major player. That's where you'll have the opportunity to sort of change minds and hearts, right? So you'll step into these areas, not only there, but in health. Something about health is here, in the medical field, or also in like food, vegetation. I mean, King of Pentacles is out here in the spread as well. Different things like that around health, visual, social media. I think social media will be the overall overarching thing connecting it all. So either you're going to get in contact with people who can upgrade your social media, or you'll be using social media a lot more to get your point, purpose, whatever your message is, across. Give me a second. Yes. And the fact that you're working on it now is going to get refined and perfected. By the time we get to this point, it's going to be ready for everybody. I'm trying to tell y'all, within the next couple of years, there may be, I mean, some of you all are going to have people coming to you sooner than you think. These next couple of years, there will be financial unrest in certain areas, and when people's finances go down, they need to seek advice. Even for those of you who are financial advisors or different things like that, or like to speak on finance, you may want to take up social media, all right, so that people know how to find you. Okay, yeah. So, and the same thing, it's not just financial stuff. When financial stuff goes down, relationships go down. When relationships are out of whack, sometimes people's spirituality is out of whack. So everybody who can help is going to be looked to, right? And in order for those in order for those people not to be had, because I think I said that earlier, you as an honest person, Ace of Swords, Fairy, you need to step into your position, because other people will take advantage of these people. They'll be like prey. Another thing that we're dealing with Neptune energy, and especially when we're talking about video and stuff like that, and Aries energy, I'm gonna say, if people don't know what to do, because we're already seeing this when OnlyFans hit, it's gonna be that kind of energy where there will be a surge of people either getting into prostitution, pornography, and or drugs. Okay, because I even feel that here with the Hangman Fool, right? People will possibly try to run to those like darker side professions. And I'm not, it is what it is. You meant to do whatever you're meant to do in this lifetime. But, if you have a higher calling, which somebody does, you'll notice that some of these things aren't meant for you. And that could either happen to you or to someone you know or people around you. You'll see that kind of energy manifesting because people are trying to make it financially or feel validated, or just they're doing whatever the crowd is doing. Okay, Hierophant energy. Doing whatever the crowd is doing because that's what everybody's doing. Like, people just won't, I don't know what it'll be. Like, literally from 2026, like whatever, add 15 years to 2026, and that's how long you'll see that energy lasting before Neptune will move into Taurus. So people will be lost without you. It's important. I keep telling you how important you are, how influential you are, whether you're behind the scenes or in the forefront, right? Okay? But all while you're getting this together, I do feel like these energies coming in towards you that are, like I said, mirroring to you to show you who you are. Some of them are trying to stop, the person that you are, but even the fact that they're there to stop you is also showing you how important you are and who you are. So I want to go through some of these energies before we get like deep into the tarot, because like I said, I want to give the overall message, what we all could be feeling, or the mutable signs, also definitely our Sag placements during this time for this reading, okay? So we'll start with Sun in the 5th house. Lord. All right, give me a second. Hold on. Because anytime we're dealing with the 5th house and we're talking about the Sun, we're talking about sex. There's also something about children here, but we'll get into it. Sun. So one of the main things here that I'm feeling is not being pushed into a direction that you don't want to go because somebody is trying to live vicariously through you. All right, we're about to get a little dark. Well, not dark, but under the clothes. I've told y'all, that cuck energy, polyamory energy is kind of here. And I'm going to tell you how. All right, you got to be careful about these obsessive people. So here, I'm going to say it in a light, happy way, and then I'm going to take it to a dark way. All right. So this is, don't push your children into the direction you wish that you would have gone. Don't try to live vicariously through them. If you do that, let's say your child is somebody who's going to be a child star or something like that, and you're making them do all of this stuff, they could develop a drug habit. We see this in child stars, period, right? They could develop a drug habit, hate life, hate you, and get more into risk taking. All right. So because the 5th house could talk about, love, being overly focused on love in your sex life. Okay. And taking way more risks. Now, if we're going to flip this and bring this to a more adult conversation, one thing that I'm feeling, because I told y'all about these, here, I'm going to run through your cards. You got toxic crazy, intimacy, mirroring, excuse me, in the shadows, rounding out the spread, triggered. Top of the deck, obsession and addictions. And then we have happiness. Now, Leo is definitely fun, all right? And I don't know if there's somebody who either likes to have a lot of fun or they want to make everything seem like it's fun, okay? They could even be proposing this sort of lifestyle to some of you all. And this may not resonate for you now, but this could resonate for you later, all right? I don't know why some people have a weird issue with, talking about sex as if sex is not part of life, and especially if we're going to be pulling this energy from the 5th house. So if you have a problem with us getting into this conversation, click off, whatever. But I'm gonna talk about this because this seems to be like a growing thing and a promoted thing. And I'm not against nobody, but there is an energy here that just doesn't work for a particular person. Okay, see, because this person you may even be happy with, like there's something y'all have in common where I'm happy with this person, and it may not even be about sex. It could just be personality wise. With the sun, like our personalities match, okay, or something like that. We have something in common, but this person could be toxic. They could be crazy, and I'm seeing that the crazy part here with triggered. I feel like, you see, one thing that I saw when I was looking at this is the brain, but I'm also seeing two faces going in two different ways. There's somebody that looks like they have some substance to them and somebody that doesn't, okay? Neptune energy could be talking about drugs. This could also be somebody's brain being affected by drugs, okay? This is, somebody could literally have a mental thing going on, a mental illness, whether it be bipolar, schizophrenia, whatever's in that DSM. They could have one of those, but if it's not that they were born with it, this could be drug induced with all this Neptune energy to where certain parts of the brain aren't firing off properly, right? Now, they have these toxic tendencies. Intimacy seems very important to them. And then they have obsession and addiction. Now here, look at her. These two are having a conversation, right? And they seem to be happy, and she just seems to be sitting back watching. She could either be jealous or she could be turned on by this. Either one, right? And this is why that 5th house energy is talking about living vicariously through someone. Now that's somebody asking, hey, can we get into a lifestyle where I watch you or we add people? This could also be, because I told you we're dealing with Neptune energy when we talk about video and different things like that. This could be a partner saying, hey, you got a big schlong, you got some nice breasts, you got a thick body or a sexy body or whatever. We can make so much money if you just started an OnlyFans, right? And if you're in a position where finances are weird or funny, or you just want some extra money and you think like, what could it hurt? Let's do it. That could be you taking a risk that you should not take. All right. Or a risk that you may learn from. You may learn a big lesson from this, because it's all about like what you're trying to promote and who you think you are. And then too, like, if that's not who you truly want to be, because some people decide to do that because they stop believing in the things that they believe to be true for them. They say like, let me just go with what the world is doing. It seems easier. Actually, that's not always easy. OnlyFans is going to be work if that's what you want to do, okay? That's work. And that's what I'm saying, like, what's for everybody isn't for you. No judgment on nobody, because those who are successful in that arena, that's because that's either what they should be doing, right? Where their talent is the best at. Because even if they shouldn't, and I'm going to tell you this, even if you shouldn't, you could become popular in it, but you could later find yourself in some sort of spiritual crisis. It all really depends. You have to take it as it resonates. But what's for everybody is not for you. Even this sun here with the 9 of Wands is telling me like, you can't go everywhere. There's a border in Sagittarius, because the moon is here in Sagittarius. There are things you don't see. There are sides to certain industries and things that you are not aware of that you think is just A-okay because everybody's promoting it or everybody's doing it. High refined energy, where it's like, damn, like, slow your roll, buddy, because you don't know. There are limits, and there's work, and there is pain. There could be pain for certain people. Other people just show it differently or don't show it at all. So stick with what you feel like your internal guidance is going, and not with what someone else says. Because I'm pretty sure some of y'all have literally had contact with a man or a woman, and after they dealt with you, they were like, damn, you should start OnlyFans. You'd make a lot of money if you did OnlyFans or something like that, all right? Because that is definitely for somebody. Give me a second. The other thing that I'm feeling too with this energy is that you could be involved with someone and they are still involved, but their partner knows about it and could be secretly watching you all right? I don't know how that's going to turn out, but I just feel that as well. Okay, this toxic person could still be in a relationship with someone. They are heavily affected by this. Their situation is extremely toxic. They just feel more happy with you. Yeah. But I don't know who's crazy. Either the partner's crazy, the person you're dealing with is crazy. Both of them could be crazy. But you are taking a risk, and the sex or whatever, the intimacy is sometimes blinding you. And again, to bring it back full circle in this energy that I'm feeling with this fifth house energy connected to that Neptune energy is remember what's being mirrored to you. Why somebody wants you to do a particular thing. Because certain people actually see the crown that you're supposed to be wearing and are trying to get you to do things to take your crown and remove your crown from your head and have you living a dark lifestyle. Something not meant for you. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. Okay, that's all I want to say with that. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. And someone purposely, too, wants you to do something outside of your own character. Now, when we get into the 12th house, Neptune in the 12th, this is all about your creativity. Give me a second. Let me see if we need to. I think we covered this. I already told you guys about the caring professions and, you being really good at certain things, shying away from the limelight. Some of you all need to be comfortable stepping into the limelight with this energy. Those of you who want to get into more of the caring professions or use it to sort of use that in order to make a platform, like you could be a therapist that wants to say certain things on TikTok or YouTube. That'll be a good idea. Or you work in a medical profession and you're adding that element. So it's you kind of stepping forward. Or you could just be like someone who creates certain content and have other people do it or write for people or something like that. That's there. But then the only thing is just not being, don't deceive yourself. Like the thing about this energy, how what Neptune and Pisces has also been doing to you all, and which it will do to you until 2026, is make you feel sorry for yourself, which will deceive you from stepping into your role. And it could play out either way. It could be you feeling sorry for somebody else and you're taking on this caring thing and not being focused on yourself, or you're just feeling too sorry for yourself, thinking about what you can't do or thinking about something from the past that's affecting your creativity. And because you are so down, 12th house energy, lack of confidence, you don't pay more attention to your creative ability. All right? Definitely. See, because the more you keep complaining or being a doormat to somebody, the less you work on your purpose, and the astrology will not be better for you past 2026. You'll be even more lost dealing with the same person or constantly beating yourself up about the past as to why I can't do this, why I can't do that. You better just do you, okay? Definitely. Let's move on. Let's move to this Neptune and Leo, all right, energy. Okay, give me 1 second. This is power with movies and social media. So we've discussed this. We've also talked about like financial depression and war. So Neptune and Leo, I said this, a lot of people are going to be going through a lot of financial things. People are going through wars right now. We got the war in Ukraine. There could be wars going on somewhere else. I haven't been watching the news, guys, so forgive me. Just a lot of like disasters and different things like that, where you being seen or the thing you create actually becomes very helpful. Some of you all have like above average skills and talents and gifts in this area of creativity and photography or videography, or like I said, modeling or something like that. Give me a second. There's a lot of influence. You may even, the person in your energy, whoever this is in the shadow with the crown, may come into your energy because they have some force behind them in social media or in film or in music or something like that. One sec, y'all. All right. I think we covered everything about that. Your social media presence is effective, is strong. Continue to work in that area. Or someone is mirroring to you through their ability to be strong in social media or in the arts that you can do the same thing. All right. So that's why y'all can confuse some of the things that draw y'all to the people who is drawing something out of you. It's not for the relationship. It's for your growth. Now, this Uranus and Pisces, this is humanitarianism and sacrifice. Okay. Which is how I feel with the Neptune energy starting out your reading and the Nine of Wands in reverse with the Sun, which is why you need to know your limits, like your ego. You can't, like, you're going to find that I can't do everything because of either the way it's going to look or how it's going to affect the message that I truly want to give across. Like, some of you all will be like, I wonder, can I get away with doing this? Can I get away with doing that? And it's like, nah, it's going to affect the way people view me or see me, or I'm trying to get people's energy here, but if I do that, I'll take people's energy here. Because your influence is so strong, you're going to be more trying to figure out like what's right and wrong for you, okay? So there's this energy of sacrifice. So here, give me a second. There's this thing about evasiveness, escapist actions, gullibility, following trends, not thinking for yourself, drugs and alcohol, extreme in this person. Oh, right, somebody needs a therapist. Okay, so let's break it all down, y'all. All right, so there's an energy of, like I just said, sacrificing certain things for the greater good. Now, I already mentioned escapist actions and gullibility. Like, don't let somebody pull an okie doke on you because you don't know who you are or something like that. That's the same thing for people who feel a lot of pressure. This person, you or another person in your energy who's a creative or something may feel a lot of pressure about life or about maybe their own job or in order to produce and create. And that pressure makes them want to escape. And I already did a reading about choose your escapes wisely. Right? Whatever you're trying to escape into, choose wisely, because all this Neptune, Leo energy is y'all getting real risky. Okay, so that's one thing. The other thing, like when it comes to fifth house and children, watch your kids because they're following trends. This could be something that you are worried about. What's the trend when you're creating? And some of y'all, because you have the Aquarian energy that I keep picking up, it's not like super strong here, even though we do have the Fool. Not super strong, but what it's telling you is like you are an original, so you don't need to follow a trend. You need to just be yourself and stop looking at other illusions about what other people are showing. People are going to appreciate the truth. I'm trying to tell you, Ace of Swords, honesty and the truth is going to go a long way in the future. It hasn't gone far before, but it's going far now. It's literally in the process, okay? Especially as this Piscean energy is closing out. And we're coming out of this like doctrine age of being fake and trying to pretend like we're something behind the scenes, not being, honest about who we are. I think a lot of people are being unapologetically honest about their situations and the things that they're trying to like improve or working on. Okay. So that's big. Your honesty is really going to help out a lot of people. Some of you all may even be honest about your issues with addiction, drugs and alcohol, maybe even sex. But like I told you, you have this toxic, crazy card out here, all right? And Uranus and Pisces could be trying to warn you of energies like that come near you. This would be an extreme kind of person. They would need a therapist. Give me a second. The reason why this person needs therapy and they probably like seek intimacy and find a lot of happiness within you is because of all of what they sacrificed when they were younger. Like I said, you could be dealing with a child star or something like that, or just somebody who generally it has something to do with their parents. Like they weren't being themselves because their parents wanted them to be a particular thing. And that energy has caused an identity schism. Right. And what they also seek is power. There's this big thing because we already talked about Neptune and Leo. Somebody sacrificed a lot when they were younger and they got in tune to their gift and they noticed the power that it brings. And they possibly over focused on that and didn't focus on their own personal needs. They only focus on the thing that I'm good at because that's either how I received attention or how I was noticed or how I got all of this stuff. I bought all of this stuff and now I'm Mr. Big Shot, Mr. or Mrs. Big Shot, but they weren't paying attention to their soul or personality needs because it was suppressed when they were younger, which now could be coming out as some form of schism. All right. Because I'm trying to tell y'all, when people, especially like when I talk about DL guys, some men have like, it starts to manifest. It looks kind of crazy about how they feel about their identity, what they will and won't do. And I only deal with this, I only deal with that. Like literally, some people claim, I'm trying to tell you how like men are like so weird. They'll claim, and I'm not saying it's weird to like somebody who is trans or transgender. That's not what I'm saying. But even if you are trans or transgender, you have to be conscious of why someone wants to be with you. A lot of people are fetishizing a lot of things because of what they can't experience or what seems right to them. Like, as long as the person has boobs, then it's okay. You know, as long as they got boobs, it's fine. Or you keep that wig on. Even for those of you, I'm trying to tell you, this is a big thing. I'm just talking to my gays right now. You know, it's a surge of men asking, you know, in hookups for you to wear panties or lingerie. And a part of it is because it's a taboo and it's fetish and it could look sexy on you and you do you. But the other thing that some men are doing are trying to control you. And what they're really trying to do is control your femininity, men. They try to control your divine feminine energy because of the hate that they have for their own mothers or the fact that they weren't able to express certain feminine traits within themselves. So they'll request you to do something that you may think, because we got gullible energy here, that is just, oh, we're having fun or sex here. But really it is that they are trying to manipulate feminine energy. You do what I want you to do. And even women, this goes for you too. Like, sometimes it's not just about increasing the fun of the experience. It's about control. Hold on. But sorry, because I had to get that out about identity, because literally, like, people literally have like schisms in their identity. Or, hold on, give me a second. I was going somewhere with that. If the other thing, like I said, drugs and alcohol, if that person is so focused on the thing that made them rich or popular, the fact that they have a hidden part of their identity, you'll know that it's bothering them because they drink too much, they do too much drugs. Definitely. Even here with your oracle cards, you have organic. Somebody might smoke a lot of weed. And they probably get you involved in it too, because at the bottom of the deck, you have walking away and changes. All right. Smoke a lot of weed. And because why? Third party, you know, even from LGBTQ, like it could be that. It's like, you know, somebody comes over, all they want to do is have sex and smoke and, you know, take up my time and something like that. But they got a wife at home or they got a boyfriend or girlfriend at home or whatever. And this is just always messaging me about some drugs or some weed, or you know, trying to get lost, you know? Hold on, give me a second. Let me see where we at. So yeah, be careful about being gullible. Be careful about following trends. You know, you are the trendsetter. You are an original, so you don't have to worry about looking to see what other people are doing. Just do what you feel called to do. But also remember, like, that you have such a pull and an influence that whatever you do does affect what other people want to do. Okay, how you show up. All right. Then we have this Uranus in the 5th house. Because where are we at right here? That was Uranus in Pisces. Now we're talking Uranus in the 5th house. Let me see. Give me a sec, y'all. We got this love of power, love affairs. There's definitely here. See, that's why I say for some of you, it's that watching. But for others of you, someone is aware that their partner has started up some form of relationship with you. Okay? Because Uranus in the 5th, we are dealing with love affairs. Actually, there's a positive attitude towards it which again, if there's a positive attitude toward love affairs, that means that some people are okay with this open dynamic, others aren't. It all really depends on how it's manifesting for you. Give me a second. Or more people are like willing to cheat. Like they're just not, it's not phasing them. They don't feel bad about it or something like that. You may not even feel bad about it, right? So there's this positive attitude towards affairs, all right? Especially dealing with a fire sign. So it could be you with that Sag placement that, you know, somebody's like, yeah, you're the one I'm gonna do this with. Or you may notice I'm attracting Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy very strong, but what you're attracting is a love affair with that sign. Okay, give me a second. This is also something about taking calculated risks. You will more than likely be at risk for danger. Okay, so in the 5th house, I don't know, this obsession could be like, maybe you don't know how attached, especially with Taurus energy, or how possessive another partner's person is and what they would do to you when they find out about you two. This could even be somebody who like maybe they did ask you to be a part of their thing, but then ended up becoming very jealous of you, all right, and turned against you. Give me a second. When it comes to children, I already mentioned this about like why your children are acting up in a previous reading, and they're trying to take risks as well. Some could be taking risks with alcohol and drugs, and some could be trying to join gangs or like little groups that like they shouldn't be a part of. So be mindful of that too. So, and then when we're dealing with Uranus and Leo, give me a second. Y'all are dealing with somebody loves power. All right, we got Emperor, King of Pentacles energy, and I don't know. I think I ran through your tarot cards, but if I didn't, sorry, because I just been going. I'll rerun through them. Someone is in love with power, or they have a talent for leadership, positive or negative. It all really depends. Someone loves power. They have a talent for leadership. Someone can be warm and friendly, and then very cold and distant. All right. Yeah, you'll notice this with a particular person, that they come off maybe they're only warm to certain people and distant with others. And actually that would be a red flag for me, all right? Like I said, this Uranus and Leo energy could be that whatever this person does for their work, they love it and put a lot of energy into it because it boosted their confidence. They had a confidence issue. Some people are trying to act like they the shit, and you'll see the closer you get to them, their insecurities, and that they're really hiding behind their job or money or something like that. With this person, and I'm not gonna lie, they will bring drama. They will bring the crazy. They will bring the drama through the Leo energy. All right, whether it's you're dealing with a Leo or somehow you got a certain planet in Leo, something's being aspected from Leo, somebody's going to be bringing some drama. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Because they love to be, there's this influence, okay? Influence could go in a couple ways. When it comes to your children, if you're not watching them, another negative influence is, and it's directing them. The other thing too is there's a reason why the person you met hasn't left this person. They have influence over them. They either influence their money or their career or something about their past. They could know something about this person. That's why you can't get them out of this third party dynamic. Influence is strong because if it's not from a creative standpoint, like your own creative influence, you're talking about how people are individually influencing someone. All right. And they're going to bring the drama. They are going to bring the drama. A lot of drama with that. It's a shame because I know some of y'all going to be like, I'm so happy with them. They make me happy. And, we have such intimate moments. But I'm trying to tell y'all, either the person will become very obsessed with you, or their partner will become obsessed with you, wondering why they're so interested in you. Because, some people are like in dynamics where they know the deal. Like, even if it's not like, oh, we're in an open relationship, they know like, whatever, I just want him to be here, her to be here for the image. I know they cheat and do stuff and I don't care. But it's like, as soon as your energy steps in, they become very like aware or hyper aware and want to know like why they're so interested in you. They're feeling like your energy could pull that person away. But either way it goes, it just doesn't look healthy. I'll tell you this, if you're caught in a dynamic like this, whether it's an open relationship or two people who like could care less what the other person does, but gets mad when you're with them, you're going to learn something from this. All right, here, let me check these cards 1 second. Because I see you walking away and changing. You're done dealing with third parties, right? Okay, why? Because you're trying to find wholeness. All right, some of you all want your own partner. You want to be married to someone. You want to have that kind of relationship, definitely, because even behind that is high vibrational. You are looking for a high vibrational relationship, not all of the drama. But you gain that through being independent, all right? Through your independence, and you need to break ties. You need to break ties with whatever this is. Break a tie. I don't know what movement is. I don't know if you met this person when you moved. This person could work in transportation, something like that, trucker or something. I'm not sure, but there's temptation in travel, or you're tempted to go and travel to the temptation. All right. So I don't know what movement has to do with it. Give me a second. Comfort and someone wants to talk. Yeah. Comfort and someone wants to talk. Because I think somebody really feels comfortable with you, feel very sexually tempted by you, and they may be reaching out. But I think some of you all are like, either you engage it or you're not, because you're focused on your own healing and wholeness and, you know, doing your own thing. Well, these are out of order now, but it is what it is. The biggest thing is I see y'all walking away and changing and no longer wanting to be a part of third-party situations. You'll either, you either feel this way now, or because of the drama that's about to happen with this, it's just going to make you be like, yeah, I'm done with this. And, you know, if this doesn't have to do with drugs, you're going to want more of an organic kind of thing, like a more honest thing. Yeah, use more emotional intelligence. Why? Right. Instead of being gullible, you need deeper emotions or being intelligent, because this dynamic is just a friend with benefits. This person actually really does control them. They really control them. You are literally just a friend with benefits that they can't get enough of, but won't ever. That's what you're realizing. I'm a friend with benefits. Realization right after. You're realizing that. Let me see. Game playing in cycles. That's all it'll be. They'll keep playing the same game. Leo energy. And every time y'all move away from each other, come back to each other, move away from me. But it'll never be a dynamic of true love and partnership. It's just fun and games. Yep. They're not going to give you unconditional love. Some of you all may either find that with an air sign, or that's an air sign trying to pretend like that's what they're going to give you. But somebody's scared. Yeah, they're scared. They're scared of you, scared of their feelings for you, wanting to reconcile or apologize for something, but it ain't worth it. It's not worth it. All right. Here, let's move into the tarot. All right. So like I said earlier, you got this hangman fool energy. Earlier, some of you all need to, there's a direction you need to just stop heading in, okay? Like, because it's a dangerous place you're moving toward, all right? Either there's a danger, or like I said, Neptune energy could be drugs and alcohol. Someone needs to go like, just cut it, quit. One of the reasons why is because the Emperor is sitting right next to these two and is looking at them. So if it's not you, this is a young person. Because Emperor, I told you, Emperor and the Fool could be father and the son, or someone who has a considerable amount of influence. They could have your child out on the street, all right? Whether that is through drugs, alcohol, or prostitution, all right? Because we hitting these corners right now. The other thing that the Emperor could be doing and saying is, to somebody out there who's actually involved in these things, stop, because there's an authority on the street and you're going to get caught up. The authorities are out. And they could be cloaking themselves like a John or someone who wants to buy, and you could get caught up. All right. So you may want to warn a person about that, maybe your own child, if they think that they know what they're doing out here in these streets. The other thing I want to tell somebody to stop doing is a nurse. There's this thing I'm picking up about a nurse, or maybe you're a doctor or something like that. If you have met someone, because I mentioned this in another reading about people trying to use you to front or do something, you know, fronting through you. Like maybe somebody knows you have access to prescription drugs and they want you to get them. If you've been taking those to sell them, you're going to get caught doing that. So don't do that, okay? Like something about a nurse in a hospital is here, so leave that alone. So we already covered the Emperor and Eshu. We got the King of Pentacles and the Guardian Angel, all right? This is about balance. This is about balance in order to attain a sense of wealth, happiness, Virgo energy. Give me a sec, y'all. 1 second. Pull everything I need to see about this. One thing I feel is there's a King of Pentacles. There could be a Virgo hiding something about their health. Because he's sitting here in the upright like ain't nothing wrong, but we got our Guardian Angel in the reverse. Something's wrong with someone's health. I don't know if this is from a sexual thing or just like they have a health problem and they're trying to keep it a secret or something, but that's one thing. The other thing with the King of Pentacles Guardian Angel is through your intuition and through your angelic guidance is how you become the King of Pentacles. And then you will move to the Emperor, all right? But King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus energy is being methodical, being consistent, following the rules, studying, and just keeping up with everything. You need a proper system, right? And it could be a proper body habit system. Some of you possibly need to set up a new, like a POS system, right? You need to get a website or something for your customers in order for them to like buy things in order. You know, buy things in order. But like to have to easily access things to where you do less. You know, I was just saying this to somebody. It's like, people shouldn't have to email you all the time about the business. They should just be able to purchase the business. They should be able to just easily schedule the time instead of us having to go back and forth and stuff like that. So there's that energy of, you know, if you would just tend to that, you would have more balance and not be pulled away. You're probably saying like, I'm answering emails and I'm doing this and I'm scheduling, like I'm doing all the scheduling, but I need time to go and work over here. And that's your problem, is because you haven't set up a system. The King of Pentacles would have set up their system. And that system will be tried and true. It'll help you become the Emperor. Okay, now that's the only thing I can think of is focusing on your health, someone hiding something about their health, and building in a system that works, that doesn't pull you away from your other day-to-day activities. Then you have the Six of Swords with the couple. Some of you all, we already talked about this. You're moving on from relationships that don't serve you for higher purposes. Some for higher unions. I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling it, but it's not like it's the most important thing. I've already told you guys, like some of you all will move to other places because it has something to do with your purpose, where you're going. Some of you may even meet your divine partner by moving on, following intuitive guidance or some sort of sound advice. You doing that puts you on the right track, either towards your purpose or toward union. The person that could be telling you this advice could be a brother, a sister, or a friend. That's if you guys are getting along with your brothers and sisters right now. Because of Gemini energy. It could also be a neighbor. A neighbor may give you a tip about something, all right? But either way it goes, I do feel like from a spiritual standpoint that you are moving to something higher. Even, I mean, we have the Lovers is divine, but so is the Hierophant. Some sort of divine union or marriage, either within the self or outside of the self, but it's the highest version. Give me 1 sec, y'all. Somebody is, it'll be best that you follow your guidance. That fire element, give me a second. It's like burning away anything that's stopping you from trusting and believing in yourself with the fire element. Hold on, there's something else I was feeling with this. I forgot. I should have wrote it down. But you got a bigger purpose. No matter what's going on in your life, you have a bigger purpose. Because that's why the Hangman is clarified by the Fool in reverse. God, there's a certain direction you are not supposed to go in. Nope. No, you have to, bottom of the deck, you have to know your limits. You got to know your limits. Because you can't, you want to do everything, but you can't. And certain risks you want to take are too risky. They'll risk your health. Some things there could be a risk to your life. You know, and we already mentioned that about the traveling and stuff. Like, be careful where you travel because there could be dangers there and stuff like that. But like in general, you know, take it as it resonates, because you will be feeling this energy of, like I mentioned, there's an energy of confinement in the previous reading, and you're ready to bust out. But there are certain limits for you for a reason. Ace of Swords, rounding out the spread with the Fairy. Truth, cutting away illusion, but also being guided to the truth. Being guided to tell the truth. You also guide people to their truth. All right. You may even help people determine what their purpose is. Like I told you, because there will be a lot of people very confused about where they're going, and they will be confused about why they're dealing with the consequences that they're dealing with. And you'll be a person that will actually lead them to truth. That's why y'all need to just go ahead and work on what you're doing. Get out of these dramatic dynamics. Take whatever lesson you've learned from them, apply it to whatever you need to apply, because it could just be telling you something about yourself from a shadow side, or something you needed to know from this will help my business, or whatever the case may be. Or even like, so I don't make a business mistake. I don't make a relationship mistake. Learn, right? And move on. Because, yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I'm missing anything. So much stuff. Either way, like I said, guys, remain calm if anything weird happens, because I told you, you know, a lot of people will be in these risky, precarious situations because they, you know, feeling too hot in the pants about stuff, or, you know, maybe you need to have a conversation with your children about dealing with certain types of dangerous situations. I don't know. Yeah, because there is someone influencing another person. I do see somebody also, you know, wanting to sacrifice the boss-employee dynamic. Like, somebody's like, I'm done working for someone or taking somebody's orders, okay? That's another thing. This energy of everyone else is doing it, whether that has to do with your child or you're coming out of that. Like, I'm tired of doing whatever I'm doing just because everybody else is doing it. I really want to do my own thing. Lovers and the Fool is asking you to embrace who you are. Not what others want you to be, whether that be in sex, relationships, in your career, or whatever. Because, like I said, the truth, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Some of you all need distance. That's the other thing. This energy, I can't remember, and I thought I made a note about it. Give me a second. There is distance that will make you better creatively. Some of you all need more time away. This is why I think relationships aren't that important, because like love relationships, like trying to fall in love, you got to get away from whoever's distracting you, because they're literally blocking your creativity. You know, y'all have things on your mind that y'all trying to write down, get out, test, and then all of this like, oh, there's drama and let's get into this sex and let's do this and let's go take a risk is actually pulling you away from your ideas, you know, like your money makers or your game changing things. You're also being asked to surrender to fate and to wait. Some of you all are so ready to meet your divine partner that you are accepting something that doesn't fit you, but you do have a divine partner. If you will wait and just focus on yourself, you'll be led straight to them. Be careful about, you know, people trying to initiate you into things, groups, spiritual groups, gangs, you know, watch out for that. It all manifests different. And like I said, for a nurse out there, maybe y'all know a nurse that's selling drugs, but stop, because you're going to get caught. Anybody like in some gang, drug stuff, y'all going to get caught. Y'all going to get caught. I don't know, whatever the operation is, it's something seems so fail safe, like it's all good. It really ain't. Y'all being watched. The authorities are watching somebody, and I don't know who this resonates for, but the authorities are watching you, and you know, you should get out while you can. But that's what I have for you. If the reading resonates, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. You want to book a personal reading, the link to book is in the description box below. All right, guys, see ya.